Where's the remote? Found it.
Turn off the lights.
All right.
Did you grab the drinks?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay, I'm making the popcorn.
It's starting. Come on.
All right. Okay, I'm here. Hit the button. Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna. And welcome to the We Watch It All podcast, where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for.
And we're back. We're covering She-Hulk episode 6. Just Jen.
To be honest, I'm way out of the loop on all this. I don't know what happened to me. I don't have a title. I don't have an episode. And I have about 10 sentences.
Everything we've watched so far, you're like, I just can't take notes.
Yeah, this week.
And/or She-Hulk.
This week, I don't know what happened to me. I really just...
How's Housewives going? You have notes there?
Yeah, but again, not stellar. Wait,
so if I'm doing
this is Real Housewives. That's not horrible, but I think it should be better.
Well, so if I end up doing all the synopsises this week, we know why. I typically have been just doing the She-Hulk one, and you were going to do like the Housewives.
I turned around and you got like a 5-page thesis going, and I'm like, what the hell? I wrote 2 sentences.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we just dive into this? We do a little recap. Got a couple questions we're going to discuss at the end.
Sure. I really don't know what this episode was meant for, to be honest.
Just a little fun.
Well, this is the thing I have. The only problem I have with this show. Most of them, we can't say like Wanda or Loki even, because those definitely had like a plot-driven situation. Like she,
like you mean
every
something
week she
that's
was moving
going
towards
to
something.
affect.
Like her.
You don't know where her ending is gonna be.
No, I have no idea what she's doing.
I just think she's just like a show. Like I just think she's just there to like introduce us to She-Hulk.
I guess I'm just used to like. There's like some problem and it has to be solved, and there's a.
Well, I think we kind of are leading to that this episode where we see this like lab spying on her at the end.
Yeah, because like.
So I feel like we're getting into it now, but
because I feel like
there's like 3 episodes left, so I don't know why it took so long. Or like.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I feel like with Tatiana. Why do I not know her name?
Titania.
Tatiana.
Tatiana Maslany plays She-Hulk.
No, I don't.
But I don't think that's where you were
no,
going.
No, it wasn't. You could try to pretend and make me sound better, but
we can.
Did you stop it?
No.
I thought you hit something.
I was fixing.
No, even for her, like the showing on this episode was like, why? Why?
Oh my gosh! She knocked her glasses right off her face.
I did in fact do that. Yep. Okay. They're very loose, but that's neither here nor there. All right, let's just go because yeah.
So we start with finding out that Jen got invited to be a bridesmaid at her old high school friend Lulu's wedding.
Do you know what's really sad? What? They looked like 2 boxes on the table, right?
Yeah.
Like, I thought those were the costumes, not the costumes, the suits. And then I'm like looking and I'm like, no, why would he decorate those boxes like that?
Like shoot confetti out at her.
Well, no, this was before she opened it.
Oh.
Once she opened it, I realized, no, we're not,
Oh.
But like when I saw her look down at the box, I'm like, wait, what is that?
Oh, you thought she was like going to reveal her outfits too?
Yeah, like I thought, because it looked like 2 boxes next to each other. So I thought for sure she's going to show us the outfit. Yeah. Spoiler, we don't see this outfit still.
Well, yeah, she does say, like, she literally goes on, Nikki comes over, like, helping her, like, pack and stuff, and she says
she didn't show her it either.
No, she said Nikki hasn't seen it. We have still not seen it, and she was basically only mentioning that to say that Luke had made her like a special dress for this like event.
Yeah. Which I get what it was. Like the dress when she wasn't Hulk was like loose, and then when she was Hulk, obviously it was like form fitting.
Yeah, like it was supposed to.
Didn't look like anything special. Gotta be honest.
No. Oh,
what's the matter?
Hi, Cooper.
Hi, baby.
So she goes to the rehearsal of the wedding, and when she arrives there, she comes in She-Hulk form.
Well, it looked like it was like an all weekend fair, right?
Well,
looked like almost like a bit of a destination wedding, but not really.
But they said it was on a Thursday, so maybe either the rehearsal was on a Wednesday or it was on the Thursday, and the wedding was on Friday.
Yeah, probably.
But she made it sound like the wedding was on on Thursday.
Yeah.
And the rehearsal was on Wednesday. I don't know, because Nikki made a comment about
That's how cheap it is when you do it that way.
No, but so she comes in the She-Hulk form, and the girl Lulu is like upset, and because she doesn't want her wedding to be all about obviously the She-Hulk, because she knows it's going to take the spotlight.
She used that term. Please don't be all hulky.
Hulky, yeah. And Jen
What's the
tells
matter?
hi Cooper, and
Come
Jen.
here.
They're so
I don't
rude.
understand. No, I really don't. Well, this one I think he's not going to say another word.
I tapped him.
Oh.
But see, once again, here we are, 5 minutes in, and nothing. We cannot just. We're never gonna get just one, nothing clean because somebody's always gotta open their little trap.
That's nice.
They do every episode. Cat cries.
All right, well, keep going.
Yeah, well, he's quiet now. So Jen tells us though she breaks the fourth wall and she says to us that she wanted to not just be just Jen this weekend. She wanted to kind of come in She-Hulk form, and we get a title card change again. This time it says just Jen, attorney at law. I like that they are like every week kind of like changing up the like title to match what's kind of fitting.
I missed the title part that was changed.
Oh no. All right, I just checked. I think we can make do with her sitting back in her seat. That's what I was knowing because I thought
Nobody even knew I got up.
Yes, they did. Your voice sounded far away.
Rescue my baby.
So we also see that Jen's divorce case of Craig Hollis or Mr. Immortal ends up getting pushed to Mallory to have to take care of because she's not there, and Nikki must also I guess help her on her case. I guess because it was Jen's case, she gets
Yeah, I
Jen's,
couldn't figure out how those two had to.
Her her paralegal.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, but then I realized maybe when you were saying that it was her case. And that's why she was doing it.
So he tells him that he would rather walk into traffic and die, in quotes, instead of having to confront his current wife, because he technically wouldn't die, he would be immortal, and they can't believe him that he won't confront his wife and just say he wants a divorce. So he ends up just straight up jumping out the window.
No, that was just to get away from them.
Well, from them, that's what I'm saying. They kept being I can't believe you, I can't believe, it was all them overlapping, and he just jumps out the window. And survives, obviously, because he is
I wonder if you had to pay for that window.
How about the car that he crushed?
Yeah, security.
Yeah, so I'm... maybe.
Higman Security is going to be unhappy. Yeah, I didn't see the title card, but I caught
that. I'm trusting you in that because I don't know. I didn't date that note. You went Eric Voss on this.
I thought maybe there was something in that, but there wasn't. There was nothing.
Maybe. We don't know yet. So Titania shows up at the wedding, like how you were saying. What is she doing here?
Jumped ship. They were being mean to her and all. You missed all that.
What?
You missed all them being mean to her and all. Oh,
wait.
Okay.
Titania shows up.
She did show up in the beginning,
and
when they were still walking around.
Yeah, and she says that she's there because she's dating one of the groom's friends, and then nobody believes She-Hulk, or Jen, that she's there just to mess with her.
Yeah, because that little nerd across the room looked like he would be dating, can I call her Tatiana, but it's not. Titania. Yeah, I mean, she waves to him, and I'm like, you knew it was going to be the geekiest guy on the planet, and sure enough, there he was.
Well, yeah, because she just needed to get an in, so she just picked with somebody who would probably be, desperate enough to go on a date with her.
But obviously, she's keeping tabs on where
Jen is.
Yeah, what she's doing. Because how else would she have known? She wouldn't have never known that where she was going.
Yeah. So also at the wedding, Lulu ends up making Jen clean up at the rehearsal because the wait staff is quitting because they don't want to work for her anymore. And she basically interrupts her flirting with this guy named, we don't find out yet, but later we find out his name is Josh. Which at first, because they didn't name him, I was like, oh, maybe that's the guy Jonathan that was supposed to be her.
That's what I thought was going to be.
And they just didn't name him yet.
Not so lucky.
No, not at all. And then back at the office with Mallory and Nikki, they basically meet up with this Mr. Immortal's spouses, and he has
I did not
bunch of them. I wasn't expecting it to just be one person. But
I didn't expect that.
There was a bunch,
but I guess if you're not dying, or if you
he said
but it wasn't
fake dying, and he had multiple personalities, so he was committing multiple crimes. They said.
Yeah, but Did he really have multiple personalities, or he just created these people?
No, he just created these, well, not personalities, fake identities.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, sorry, wrong thing. And then I think the day of the wedding, they give Jen more chores, and then that's where she finds out
they give her the shirts to iron.
Yeah, and she finds out that her date is actually a dog who's just resuscitated backstage, like before
that's
coming
what
out.
They just
which
said they just brought him.
Was like,
him.
Okay, that.
But
sure.
I thought Jonathan. I forgot the name that they said was her partner because they kind of said it real fast. And when they brought out the dog, you were like, "Oh, that's Jonathan."
You were like, "Who is this dog? Is that who she's?"
I said, "Is that who she's marrying?" Because I'm like, stranger things have happened where someone would wheel out a dog and be like.
You watched Southern Charm, and they had a whole dog wedding for 2 dogs.
Yeah,
so, this is the MCU.
Could be.
I mean, I don't put it past them. And Jen decides kind of that her only option is to get drunk. And you know what? We should have paused and counted to see how much money she spent. Well, she was really dropping a lot of fives.
She put 3 5s down initially, and then another 3 5s.
She had a couple singles in there too, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. We should have counted.
Singles could have been a tip though, but she definitely put 3 5s twice. I want to say.
Yeah, I think so. I think I remember seeing 3 5s.
So she had 6 drinks, but she had good. But she was asking for extra something or another.
Extra alcohol.
Oh no! Wait,
cup,
no. They said that's an extra $5, didn't they say that?
No, it was a cash bar. Remember, he pointed to the sign.
I thought he said something about extra 5, but
I don't know. Maybe he meant like an extra 5 for extra alcohol on top of what she's already paying.
So she said she had nothing to lose.
Yeah,
she's a funny drunk though.
Yeah, she is. She's like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I guess funny, yeah. And then back at the office, Nikki comes up with all these like really unique and creative ways to like make the ex-spouses, I guess, of Mr. Immortal like happy. Like she's like, you get like a long, meaningful apology.
Yeah, because each one of them wanted something different. Well, they were going to give them like shares to something, and the one's like, well, why should she get more? I was with him for 18 years, and I had to put up with them.
Yeah,
and the other one's like, well, I have a kid, so like they ended up like breaking it down. Yeah,
unique and different ways for each of them to like feel like satisfied with the divorce. And then Jen talks with Josh again, and she says that she really just wanted to come to this wedding to kind of show off like how great she's doing at her new law firm and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And she ends up abruptly leaving to go and puke, and while she's puking, Titania basically punches her.
It's funny, the hand that reached down did not look like Titania's. It looked dark, like real dark. Maybe it was our TV, I don't know.
Yeah, our TV's not the best.
Because I didn't think it was Titania at all.
I don't know. And Titania wants her to like fight her, but Jen saying that she's not going to turn into like She-Hulk, and she's kind of disappointed with that. But Jen does end up turning and fighting Titania.
See, that's what I don't understand. It's like she's fighting her for what reason?
Well, okay, so Titania did say that she's
a name, but
well, no, Titania said she's upset that she has these powers and she like doesn't even want them.
Yeah.
So I guess it's something with that. But while they're fighting, Titania ends up slipping on like ice and knocking out or like making all her veneers crooked in her mouth. So basically getting like.
She knocked them out.
Well, I don't know. They still looked like they were like in her mouth, but I don't know.
And they looked like spikes in her mouth.
Yeah. And she gets embarrassed and leaves. And then back with Nikki.
She takes the wedding cake though.
That's what she took. It looked like a single tier cake, so I was like, I didn't know if that was the cake or something else. I don't know if she
took the top of the cake or if it was the groom's cake, but she took
She took a cake. And then in the office, Nikki ends up getting Mallory to confess to being married and having kids. And they also go on this website called Intelligentsia, which is basically like, I guess the MCU's version of like a Reddit, because it looked like it was like forums, and they kind of said that it's like, a truly not great place, which Reddit really isn't. And they see that there's like this whole page dedicated to like death threats for She-Hulk.
Scary.
And Mallory tells Nikki that you cannot tell Jen this, but
I thought that was a little weird too.
Yeah.
Like,
that she's
what's
like,
up with that? That
tell her.
She's like, don't tell her that because.
Well, I think she means like, don't let her get in her head more. But I mean, she should have a warning that people are coming for her. And Nikki doesn't take Mallory's advice, and of course, obviously, tells Jen, but she leaves it in a voicemail. So we don't technically know if Jen's heard this yet or not.
Yeah, I don't think she probably has.
Probably not. Because we see at the end, Jen and Josh are like talking to each other, and it kind of zooms, like the camera transitions from like the shot that we're seeing into like security footage of people in a lab watching them.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're getting to, like, our big bad, whatever
Are they
this lab
tapping
is.
into other cameras, or do they have somebody that's following them with a camera?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was like,
Well, I think we could theorize on some of these things with my questions that I came up with.
Okay.
Did you come up with any?
No,
Okay.
girl, come on.
I don't know. I just didn't say if you had any. If you were watching, you were like, I came up with this question that you want to ask.
No, because I wasn't even sure why we were having this episode. It was one of those, like, where it was just like, she said it. Yeah, it's one of those episodes where it's a random wedding episode in the middle of everything. Yeah, like, why? Like,
Well, because I think they're just trying to follow, like, classic sitcom tropes.
Oh, maybe. That's what I feel like it is. It's just like, you don't, if I didn't watch it last week, I could still watch it this week and be fine.
Well, yeah, that's what a sitcom truly is. Like,
No,
you don't really
I know.
need to know. Like, there's, like, little things that will always tie them together, but
like, based on what they were doing, that's what I'm saying. It's like, based on, like, the shows that they were putting out, like, I feel like they usually have, like, a beginning, middle, and end of thing they're working towards.
yeah, well, I think we're getting there now. Let's get into my first question. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so who do we think that this guy that is flirting with her, Josh, is? Do we think he's more than just somebody?
Think he's somebody. I think anybody that approaches her now for some reason is somebody. I don't know why. I just think because after they tried to, if they didn't try to do that where they were trying to, they jumped out of the van to try to get that, I wouldn't think twice. But now, I think they're all up to something.
Well, okay, so I kind of think he is up to something, but I think it's going to be like that trope where, like, the guy was sent out to go and get her, but then he realizes how nice he is and he likes her, and he doesn't follow through with the plan because he liked her.
Yeah, maybe
that's what I think.
She-Hulk, and then he realizes he likes the other, more.
Yeah, he liked Jen. And
yeah.
even when she was turned into She-Hulk and fighting Titania, like, he still seemed like, oh, like, I like her too. Like,
yeah.
Like, but I think they kind of, like, I feel like depending on how you look at it, you could see it as like, oh, this is the guy that Jen's been waiting for, but also like, oh, wait, he could be a bad guy.
Yeah, I think he might be a bad guy.
I think he is, but I think he's going to make that, like, turn to be like, yeah, I was going to do it, but I didn't. And then they'll probably end up not together anyway.
Yeah, because she'll still be upset.
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
Okay, so what do you think that they could want Jen's blood, like, for? Like, what could be the reason they would want this blood?
I think they want to clone it or something, or make more Hulks.
Yeah, I was thinking, because I know they tried to use in the...
Or, since he said that it cures people, maybe there's somebody... there's always one of those bad guys that they claim, like Mr. Freeze and stuff, they do these things because they're trying to cure somebody or save somebody. So I think it's either that or they just legit want to make more Hulks.
So here's my thing. I think it's probably something like, I think they said, I still haven't seen the Hulk movie, but I'm pretty sure they were, like, using his blood to help create super soldiers. And since in Falcon and the Winter Soldier we see that everybody's still so obsessed with creating a super soldier, I'm sure that's probably what they want their blood for. And I think if it was something like trying to create, like, a cure, not maybe for a bad guy, but let's just say her blood could cure cancer, right? Let's just say that was it. Yeah. I think she would be okay with donating her blood to, like, if it was a good cause.
I don't think it is, but I think it's got to be something bad.
It has to be something that's, like, going to create, like, a...
But, you say that. Why doesn't she think to donate her blood to somebody?
But here's the thing. Not everybody might react well to the blood. So it's kind of like... Bruce probably reacted well because technically it was a fusion of his blood in her blood. So that might be why he was able to heal himself and not everybody else would. Okay, so how you were saying, why is Titania upset with She-Hulk? One of my questions is, why do we think she's upset that Jen has these, like, powers, in a sense? Because she did make... Oh, she did make a point of saying, like, you didn't want these powers.
Well, I think it's just because of that. Because maybe it depends on how Titania got her powers. Maybe she got it, like, in a bad way. Maybe she got those powers in a bad way or something. Yeah. And, like, she's pissed or somebody did something to her and that's how she got them and she's mad. So, like, the fact that she just got them from her cousin or something, I don't know.
Yeah, like
that's
she
a weird
maybe
one.
like she
That's
didn't
what
have
I'm
to
saying, like,
work
I
for
don't
them.
know.
She just
Yeah,
got
I
them.
don't know what her beef is. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know why she's so hung up on.
I'm thinking maybe the lab that's spying on Jen, kind of similar like how you were saying, gave it to Titania, gave like Titania her powers.
Oh,
Like she was
maybe.
like the first test,
Yeah,
and
maybe.
they don't want to keep testing on her. But she kind of seems like she's like the type that wants to be the center of attention. So now that they want She-Hulk and she's not like the center of attention, maybe she's upset.
Maybe.
In the comics though, they did say that she gets her powers like kind of in a way granted to her from Doctor Doom when he's looking for recruits for Battleworld, Titania. Yeah.
Oh.
So I know people are probably always saying that Doctor Doom's coming, especially with Fantastic Four, but since there's no Fantastic Four casting as of now, I don't think it will be that. I think it will probably be they'll give her like a new origin story. Okay, now this one's random, and I have not seen anybody talk about this on like Twitter, Instagram, anywhere really. Maybe I missed it, but do we think that the person that Mallory's married to is somebody more important than just being like, oh, that's who Mallory's married to, or just like it's like a throwaway sentence?
I think that since they've been building it up to this, like with Nikki trying to like see if she could date her or something like that, and now she's married with a kid, I think it probably has to be. But I don't think she'll know. I don't think she'll know who they are.
Like, I don't think it will be somebody that's like a huge character. I just think it would be like maybe like an oddball like character that they're really not going to do anything with. But maybe we'll have maybe she's like wait. So I looked up about like her past in the comics, but what I'm going to say first is I think maybe she's married to somebody who's in the labs that are like trying to get to Jen. Like the people that are trying to get the blood sample, and she just doesn't realize like maybe the person she's married to is one of the lab technicians.
Maybe, but I think
I don't know. But I meant somebody more like with superpowers. That's why she's in the superhero law division, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's got to be something like that.
In the comics though, she has no spouse. So technically in the MCU, they can kind of do whatever. I mean, they typically do whatever they want anyway, but they have really like no prehistory. But to me, before they had mentioned that Mallory was married, I thought they were setting her up with Nikki. Like to date, like I thought they were trying to like build a rapport with them, and
That's what I thought.
which is not shocking because I actually saw an article that the actress who plays Nikki said that she played Nikki as if she had a secret crush on Mallory. So maybe that's where they're still going. Like maybe something will happen still, but I don't know. I'm going to go with somebody from the lab. Like, I think she's going to be married to somebody who works in that lab, or I don't know. I just feel like something, like, I feel like this married person has to be tied in somewhere.
I don't know.
It could not be, but I just think maybe. It either is married or like a superhero. Maybe like a retired superhero.
I think they could be a superhero, but I don't think she'll know anything about it for some reason.
Oh, like she doesn't know she's married?
Yeah, I don't think that.
Well,
like,
the only
would've
reason I
told her.
thought maybe it was like she would know is just because since she is in the superhero law division, like why did she work here? Like obviously Nikki's there with Jen. I mean, we don't know why Pug's there, but Pug just seems into superheroes. Like as you know, he got the Iron Man 3, so he kind of seems like he has like a interest in superheroes. So of course he would want to like work with defending them. So I don't know. I just feel like that could give a reason why she's in this division. Retired past hero. I don't know. That's my thing. Either a retired past hero I'm going with, or somebody who works in that lab that is trying to get to Jen. That's all the questions I came up with.
Oh, can I have the water? I'm sorry.
There's barely anything in here.
I know.
So yeah, if you have any theories to what we questioned about and you want to answer them, you could comment on our Instagram. You could comment.
Did you notice Titania was back in pink?
That is her color.
Yeah, but she was in green last week because of the
she
whole
was trying to
She-Hulk.
like, I think,
Oops, sorry. That one might have been bad. I heard
look
a
at
boom.
the spike.
I heard a boom. That was me and my damn feet and slippers.
What was I just
Y'all
gonna
know
say?
what time it is. It's leg time.
It's 9:00. Oh, and she's getting up and she's back down.
I'm not. Just sitting up. What?
You're like, just sitting up. What the hell was I gonna say?
Titania and her green color.
Yeah, well, yeah, she was just doing that to make herself obviously look like, well, look, I'm branded with green, I'm She-Hulk, whatever.
But you know what? That just showed her all the more. I know we're on last week's now that I'm talking about, but that just her trying to be green or whatever, or I don't want to say she's trying to be green, but the fact that she was utilizing the green color, she really doesn't trust me with that leg, makes you feel that she was trying to imitate She-Hulk or Jen or whatever as She-Hulk, and all the more reason that would mean that she's almost admitting that was her name, because why would you be trying to, like, if you thought that the green and the name was connected together, then why would you try, like, you know?
Like, obviously the green came from her. Yeah. True. I mean, she knew what she was doing.
Random last week piece of info.
Little afterthought. So yeah. Oh, what I was saying though before you mentioned that was, if you want to answer any of the questions that we just went over, you can comment them on our Instagram. If you're on YouTube, you can put your ideas there. We don't have Twitter, so you can tweet us.
Let us know if you thought this episode was necessary. I don't know that it was.
I think it was just for fun.
I know. I just expect more from these superhero shows, I guess.
Yeah, but not everyone can be something that's adding to the grand calculus of the multiverse.
No.
I think I think sometimes you just need a break. Like, sometimes you don't want to overthink it.
No, but I think the thing that I'm thinking is too is, like, I know how much these must cost to make.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So that's why I'm saying, like, you feel like you're not just going to make a random episode of, like, oh, she's going to a wedding. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you feel like it's going to be something spectacular because they're spending money and they're going to, you know. Yeah. Keep it going.
Well, I think I think in phase 4, in my opinion, I think they're trying to diversify and try different, like, genres of shows and content that they can create so that there's something for everybody. So somebody who likes comedies may want to watch this one. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, a little bit for... Just kick the mic again.
Oh, God darn it. It's because she makes me sit so close.
Oh, you have to sit close to the mic.
I know, but it's the way the chair is set up. It's
because you said you got to put your feet up on the thing.
No, but I think we have to go like this. Hold on, I'm coming around. Uh-oh. Like, I think this is better. I don't know, maybe not, but who knows?
Look at the big spike for moving the mic. All right. We have to go because we have to go record Andor. So, if you're listening to this, go check out our Andor episode. That's already up. And on Saturday, we're posting our Real Housewives reaction. I can't ever say that stuff serious. I mean, our show is called We Watch It All because we watch it all. All the
randoms. Try.
Well, we try. We watch it all, the things that we enjoy. But I'm just saying, it's always so funny to try to promote
things that we enjoy.
The Housewives when this is Marvel. I don't know how many people watch Housewives from Marvel.
A lot of people.
I feel like She-Hulk fans may. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they're kind of the same audience.
Yeah, well, maybe. I think there'd be more women, so I think, might stand a chance.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, and then on Monday we post our actual podcast where we talk about news. We spin a wheel, and we talk about the shows we watched on our own.
Yeah, the shows we watched on our own. Here's the thing. I know you never heard it, but the 2 guys that I listen to that do that podcast for the Housewives, they do a thing with Camille when she was talking to Kyle's husband one time. I don't know why, but everything he would say to her, like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Oh my, she'd repeat it. She'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And, like, it was, like, weird. Like, she, and, like, now they do this thing where, like, they'll pretend to talk like Mauricio and they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, I love it. And then the other one will chime in and be like, oh yeah, you know, you gotta love it. Like, in Camille's voice, like her repeating it. And that's what that just reminded me of. Random. Wrong group of people to be wasting that tidbit on. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna go record Andor, and oh my God, please, pray for us or do whatever you do, because it's 9:00. And we have 3 episodes of Andor actually to do, but it's up now for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and listen. Mm-hmm. You may there's a chance for a goof and a gaff and a laugh in that. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed. Follow us on Instagram. We watch it all.
There's a chance for disassociation.
And transportation. Because you're not truly always here. No, not like that. I mean, what's the last episode that we just did? Our Rogue One. Go listen to that because...
I haven't even listened to it yet.
She turned and sat after I hadn't looked at me like I was an alien. Like, I turned into She-Hulk. She didn't even disassociate or transport. She just looked at me like I was not supposed to be in this room right now. I can't even. Yeah. If you were coming for disassociation, go to the Rogue One one. If you never listened to our Selena plus Chef ones, there's a lot in that. We apologize. All right, so
we're not professionals. Never claimed to be.
This podcast, we didn't say we were professionals. We're more like, hey, you're hanging out with your two friends, chatting about shows.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You would disassociate around a friend, wouldn't you?
I have.
Oh.
At least at work, I probably have. Feel like I come back to them and they're like, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" I've got no idea what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Sometimes it happens. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna try to end it now for real for the 101st time.
Yeah. No.
Follow us on
Look,
Instagram.
30 minutes. That's impressive.
That's
for
beautiful.
Us. That's because I had 10 notes. There you go. Shh, cut me down. I gotta get some more water. Hit the button.
We didn't even say goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, wait. Oh, you know what we didn't say? 5-star rating if you're on a podcast streaming service.
Really hyped up about these 5 stars, so please.
And if you're on YouTube, give us a like. We don't want anything below a 4.5 on a rating or a thumbs down. Instead, you can just comment and tell us what we can improve.
The only reason for 4.5 is because you always have to have
somewhere to improve.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. That's my final.
And probably
Thank you
the
for
0.5 is probably me. Let's be honest. So that's probably where the.
With disassociating. Listen.
Yeah.
We're not at a huge audience yet, but I'd say the small people that we have love a little disassociation. Because I know. I love it. I chuckle. I have
personally
a little
was listening to our
editing.
podcast, and I missed the exit one day, and the second day I was supposed to call her, and I missed making the phone call till it was like.
So see, it is. It's like you're just chatting with your two friends.
Yeah.
But we don't pause to let you speak. You're more of a listen.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
That's like real life. I don't really let anybody get in a word in edgewise.
Oh God! Look, we've been talking for 2 more minutes after we're supposed to end it.
Stop it!
We're so sorry.
Hit
All
the
right, we're
button.
gonna. Thank you for listening. Now say it again.
Hit the button. Something just danged or something. Did you hear that? Did you hear it?
Yes.
What was it?
I don't know.
Hit the button.